Welcome to Design Domination, where you'll learn to become a better, more business-savvy designer so you can dominate your competition. Hi, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Colleen Grotzer, and in this episode of Design Domination, I'm giving you 5 reasons to track your time. I know you might be surprised to hear this since I preach all the time about charging flat rates for creative work. So why would you want to track time? Now, I'm not suggesting you charge hourly for that work. I'm just saying there are very good reasons you should track your time no matter how you charge. And I know you might be thinking that tracking your time is too tedious or distracting or, uncreative, or maybe you'll feel like you have to race against the clock. But it's so easy to do, and it will help you in more ways than you think. But you gotta hear me out. So let's jump into 5 reasons designers should track their time. Number 1 is it worth your time? Tracking time on a project helps you assess whether or not future projects are even worth your time. If a prospect or client has a certain expectation of cost or budget in mind, and you know from past experience that's completely off base, you'll be able to let them know what to expect or just say no. The number of hours alone, of course, does not take into consideration any overhead expenses or the value of the work. But if it's not worth your time at a minimum, why bother? It won't be profitable. And speaking of profitability, that's number 2 on my list. Tracking time will also help you understand whether or not your work is profitable. After a project is finished, you can look back to see how much time you spent. And then you can ask yourself if it was worth what you got paid. Did you spend much more time on that project than you had estimated? Did you suck up any of that time due to a learning curve, or inexperience, or not wanting to ask the client for more money? On the other hand, maybe you didn't spend as much time as you had expected and the project was very profitable. And, a lot of designers get starstruck by projects with big budgets, but don't necessarily understand how much work is really involved in that particular project. So even if someone comes to you with a $10,000 budget, it doesn't mean that the work is going to be profitable. And that leads me to number 3, future estimates. If you know how much time you spent on a project in the past and that project wasn't profitable, you'll know you need to charge more and account for more time. On the other hand, maybe you didn't spend as much time as you had expected, and you should have charged more, whether that's a flat rate or charging more per hour. You should have some idea how long a project with a certain scope will take you, even if you're charging a flat rate. If you guess or pull a number out of your head, that project may very well end up being unprofitable. If you've logged your time on past work, though, you can use that as a baseline to help you price future similar jobs. And then you have an objective real-world basis to refer to. You'll save hours doing estimates. Number 4 is efficiency. Tracking time on projects will allow you to see if you're becoming more efficient with similar types of work. A project of a certain scope that used to take you 8 hours to do might only take you half that, since enhancing your skill level. Now, that doesn't mean charge less, so don't make that mistake. And number 5 is invoicing. Tracking time makes invoicing so much easier. If you have to guess, it might not be accurate. You might account for too little of your time. If you had to add up numbers that you've written down on paper or somewhere else, you have to spend time adding them up. Many timers and project management systems will do all that work for you, and then it's just a matter of creating and sending an invoice. Now, if you need a time tracker, there are some that are standalone and some that are part of a project management app. Pancake is the one I use, and you can check out videos that I made about how my team uses it at grotzergraphics.com/pancake. There's also Harvest, Toggle, EverHour, Plutio, and Co. Some of them include a slew of other features, such as for estimating and invoicing. And we were just talking about tracking time in my Design Domination Facebook group, where several design dominators weighed in. Stephanie Hudson of Sweet Tea suggested Rescue Time. It keeps track of your time for you without having to click. So there's no excuse there. Jade Bachara of Brown Sugar Solutions suggests Grindstone. Paul Stout of Stout Web Solutions uses Tiny Timer on his Mac if he's not using a project management tool. Jared Ledbetter of Carbon Digital likes ClickUp. He says he tracks every second no matter what, and that it helps him for some billing, but mostly for analysis of time spent on tasks. As always, you can find links to all of these in the show notes on the episode page at creative-boost.com. If you're already tracking your time, let me know which one you use. Comment on the episode page at creative-boost.com, join the Design Domination Facebook group, or send me an email at colleen@creative-boost.com. If this was helpful to you, I'd really appreciate it if you can take a moment to leave a review on iTunes or wherever you listen, and share on social media so that I can reach more designers.